Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an introduction to Game of Thrones. My name is George Culler, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of the world of Westeros. Now, before I begin, I just want to reassure you that there will not be any spoilers from the show or the books, so you can watch this without fear. The first thing we need to do is look at the geography of the world. You have two continents, Westeros on the left and Essos on the right. The world is loosely based off of medieval Europe and the wars that went on at that time. But you can also throw in magic, dragons, and lots and lots of death. Today we're going to be mainly focusing on the continent of Westeros, which is where most of the action takes place. It is broken into 7 kingdoms, and each one used to be its own kingdom until they were all brought together. You can look at them as governors for the kings of those lands. Now I'm going to take you through each of these houses and explain to you some of the things that make each of these houses really strong. First up, House Stark. They are considered the most honorable house in the kingdom, and they rule the north. They have the most land, but the least amount of people within that land. The north is extremely cold, and it would be incredibly hard for any army to attack. Next up is House Lannister. They rule the west. They are by far the richest family in terms of gold in all the lands. And they also have one of the largest and well-equipped militaries. House Baratheon is the House of the King. He currently rules the 7 kingdoms and makes them a very big power player moving forward. House Arryn are the Wardens of the East. They rule the area known as the Vale. It's a mountainous region, which makes it extremely difficult to be attacked. Jon Arryn, who rules the Vale, is the hand to the king, which basically makes him second in command in Westeros. House Tully are Wardens of the Riverlands. They control the gateway to the north, and they have deep connections to both House Stark and House Arryn due to marriage alliances being struck, making those 3 houses together one of the most formidable groups in the land. House Greyjoy are Lord Reaper of Pike. This area is off the coast of Westeros, and they're considered a major house, but since they do not have a lot of land, they are kind of forgotten about sometimes. Although their greatest asset is their shipbuilding skills. They build the fastest ships in the kingdom, and everybody wants to use Greyjoy ships. House Tyrell, they are the Wardens of the Reach. This is also known as the breadbasket of Westeros, basically. It's where most of the food is grown. It's a very mild climate. They have the most people as well living in their borders, so they can raise the largest army, and they have the most amount of people to tax. So after the Lannisters, the Tyrells are one of the richest families in Westeros. Finally, House Martell. They're the rulers of Dorne. They have never been successfully conquered and enjoy a kind of semi-autonomous relationship. Although they are part of the 7 kingdoms, they have their own ruler, and are really only part of the Seven Kingdoms in that they married into the royal family. Almost all of these houses want to end up here controlling this city. This is King's Landing. Think of it as the Washington, D.C. of Westeros. It is the richest city in the kingdom, the most populated, and it is where the king lives. And if you're lucky enough to become king, you get to sit on a throne, the Iron Throne, completely made of pointy swords. Far to the north, however, past the domain of the Starks, lies a 700-foot ice wall. The wall was built to keep enemies from the far north out of the Seven Kingdoms. It is protected by the Night's Watch. This is mostly made up of criminals who are given a choice to either die or go join the ranks on the wall. Once you join the Night's Watch, you are a member for life. The wall was built for one purpose: to keep White Walkers out. White Walkers are a type of being that can raise an army of undead zombies, and their goal is to come destroy the world of men in Westeros. We think there is hope, though, in defeating the White Walkers in the form of Daenerys Targaryen. The young queen is thought to be the only one who actually can defeat the White Walkers. It is thought that the name of the series, A Song in Ice and Fire, is actually about Dany defeating the White Walkers, but again, this is just a theory. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation about Game of Thrones. I know it went very quickly. You can pause it and kind of see more details on each slide, but due to time constraints, I kind of had to move quickly. Thanks again for listening and watching.